stop the camera, and now I'm ready to open this. Here we go. But first, our completely random question. Do you think it's weird that I like to keep the boxes? I mean, like, they go through all the trouble of making these really cool boxes, but, you know, people are just gonna throw them away. I like to keep the boxes. If you hate me for that, well, so be it. Okay, here's the deck. The little, cheat guide strategy sheet thingy. The playmats. Let's see here. Here we have some of the lights warns. Is it weird that I actually have most of these? I got Garth right there. I think that's Jane right there. That's Lila. There's Gargneth, Lightsworn Dragon. Raiko's down there, but Judgment Dragon is in here. Doesn't he technically count as a Lightsworn? Yeah, that was Jane. But yeah, that is the playmat for the Realm of Light deck. The rulebook. I have like 3 of these. But you didn't come to see all that crap. You came to see these. Okay. Now, unfortunately, I do not have card sleeves to protect all my holo cards. I'm sorry about that. If you will hate me now, I won't judge. I won't let it bother me. Okay. First card we got is Michael, the Arc Lightsworn. He is a level 7 light attribute monster. He is a dragon synchro monster. Okay, and his ability is you can summon this card with 1 tuner monster and one or more non-tuner light monsters. And once per turn, you can pay 1,000 life points, then target 1 card on the field, banish that target. When this card is destroyed, you can target any number of other Lightsworn monsters in your graveyard. Shuffle them into your deck, and if you do so, you gain 300 life points for each returned card. During each of your end phases, send the top 3 cards of your deck to the graveyard. It has 2,600 attack points and 2,000 defense points. See, that is the curse of the Lightsworns. They're incredibly powerful with their abilities and or attack points, but you are forced to constantly send cards from your deck to the graveyard. That, my friend, is the curse of the Lightsworn. The next card we have is Lightsworn Sanctuary, a continuous spell card. Its abilities. Once per turn, you can send 1 Lightsworn monster from your hand to the graveyard, then target 1 other Lightsworn monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. Each time a card is sent from your deck to the graveyard, place 1 shrine counter on this card. If a Lightsworn card or cards you control would be destroyed by a card effect, you can remove 2 shrine counters from your side of the field for each of those Lightsworn cards instead. So you see, this gives you a reason to use the Lightsworn's constantly sending cards to the graveyard effect, because then you keep adding shrine counters to this card. Okay, Minerva, light-sworn maiden. It's actually ironic. Minerva is the Roman name for the Greek goddess Athena, whose symbol is, well, an owl. And she just so happens to have an owl. Okay. She is a level 3 light attribute spellcaster tuner monster with 800 attack points and 200 defense points. Oh wow, that is a lot to read. Okay. Her ability is that when this card is normal summoned, you can add one light dragon type monster from your deck to your hand, whose level is less than or equal to the total number of Lightsworn monsters with different names in your graveyard. If this card is sent from your hand or deck to the graveyard, send the top card of your deck to the graveyard. During each of your end phases, send the top 2 cards of your deck to the graveyard. So, yeah. A lot of cards going to the graveyard with Minerva. Well, she is the goddess of battle strategy, and I guess it's all for the sake of strategy. Okay, next we got Raiden, Hand of the Lightsworn. He is a light attribute, level 4, warrior tuner monster. I'm sorry, I almost called him a synchro monster. That would have been awkward. He has 1,700 attack points and 1,000 defense points. During your main phase, you can send the top 2 cards of your deck to the graveyard. Then, if any Lightsworn monsters were sent to the graveyard by this effect, this card gains 200 attack points until the end of your opponent's turn. You can only use this effect of Raiden, Hand of the Lightsworn, once per turn. During each of your end phases, send the top 2 cards of your deck to the graveyard. So, in your total turn of this guy on your field, you send a total of 4 cards to the graveyard. But at the beginning, he gains 200 attack points if any Lightsworns were sent, so I guess that's kind of good. So, we got Alexandrite Dragon, Judgment Dragon, Garganeth Lightsworn Dragon, Celestia Lightsworn Angel. I actually don't know what she does, so I'm going to read her. That would have sounded... I think that would have sounded weird if I had done that out of context. I don't know. Okay, Celestia Lightsworn Angel is a light attribute level 5 monster with 2,300 attack points and 200 defense points. So she isn't the best to defend with. When you tribute summon this card by tributing a Lightsworn monster, send the top 4 cards of your deck to the graveyard, and then target up to 2 cards in your opponent controls and destroy them. Okay, it's sort of an eye for an eye. By getting rid of 4 cards, you can choose 2 cards from your opponent's field and destroy them. That's actually not that bad. Okay, we've got 2 Janes, two Lilas, Gara. Okay. Wolf, Lightsworn Beast. Level 4, Light Attribute. Beast Warrior Effect Monster. Cannot be normal summoned or set. Must be special summoned by a card effect. Cannot be special summoned by other ways. If this card is sent to the graveyard... No, if this card is sent from your deck to the graveyard, special summon it. Should have given you 3 of these instead of just 1. Okay, Aaron, Lightsworn Monk. Sorry, I dropped something. Okay, that's what she looks like. She is a light attribute, level 4 monster. Sorry, my nose is just really itchy today. Okay. Oh, I forgot to mention, Wolf has 2,100 attack points and 300 defense points. And Aaron has 1,600 attack points and 1,000 defense points. I know that a lot of these cards aren't really big on defense. Have you not noticed that yet? Okay, if this card attacks a defense position monster before damage calculation, shuffle that monster into the deck during each of your end phases. Send the top 3 cards of your deck to the graveyard. Okay, after I'm done going over the deck, if I have time left, I'll go over the little strategy pamphlet thing, because I like to keep the little pamphlet things. See, this is another, how you can tell I had Dragons Collide and the Saga of Blue Eyes White Dragon. The little pamphlets help you cheat. No, I don't think you can, like, use those in duels. I don't think you would. Lumina, Lightsworn Summoner. We got 2 of those. Okay, she's level 3, Light Attribute, Spellcaster type. Once per turn, you can discard 1 card, then target 1 level 4 or lower Lightsworn monster in your graveyard. Special summon that target. During each of your end phases, send the top 3 cards of your deck to the graveyard. 1,000 attack and defense points. Okay, Arcus, Lightsworn Druid. Level 3, Light Attribute, Beast Warrior. Okay, neither player can target Lightsworn monsters anywhere with card effects. During each of your end phases, send the top 2 cards of your deck to the graveyard. Okay, I have no idea what that was about. Like, how do you even know if your opponent is using a Lightsworn deck? But what does that mean, like, anywhere? Does that mean that some Lightsworns can be put in the spell and trap card zone? Or maybe it's to stop effects from the graveyard. Let's see what the pamphlet has to say. Yeah, it doesn't say anything on how to deal with Arcus, the druid. Just mainly talks about Garth and Lumina, Minerva, Raiden, Judgment Dragon, and Michael. That's it. Okay. I want to say Cher, but Shire, maybe? Whatever. Something Lightsworn Spirit. If you can, give me a pronunciation key in the comments. I'm sorry. I just don't know how to say this name. Level 3 Light Attribute, Fairy. I think she's the only fairy type. No, wait. Well, no, that's not a... That's honest. That's not a Lightsworn. Yeah, I think she's the only Lightsworn fairy type. Anyways, her ability is that this card gains 300 attack points for each Lightsworn monster with a different name in the graveyard. During each of your end phases, send the top 2 cards of your deck to the graveyard. Okay, this one is actually good for defense. See, and Arcus has 1,200 attack points and 1,800 defense points. You see, these 2, they're good for defense, but the others, not so much. Well, except for Raikou. He has, even though he's only in the hundreds. But whatever. Okay, we got 2 Raikou Lightsworn Hunters. Okay, oh wait, hang on a minute. Hang on, wait, no. Only 100 defense points and only 200 attack points. So he's only good for his effect to destroy cards and then send the top 3 cards of your deck to the graveyard. I'm actually really familiar with these, with the Lightsworns, because I've gotten them before, as I just mentioned earlier. Okay, the other cards that we got in this deck. Honest, Light Ray Diablos, Light Ray Daedalus, Vylon Prism, Fabled Raven. This thing looks like it should be a dark